This is how to achieve an easy flapper look. And no, flappers on a fish. So we're gonna go for like how to make the dress, because I made this dress from another dress, and also I'm gonna show you everywhere where I got the accessories as well, being the gloves and the hair as well. I'm gonna show you how to easy style this hair. If you've got braids, it's an easy look. It's a very easy look. If I can do it and I'm not a stylist, you can too. So let's flap into it. We are going to a murder mystery party, and guess who gets to be flapper? Okay, so I didn't have an outfit, but I went thrifting after class while they were closing, so I was only able, like, they were literally packing all the bags, so I was only able to get these 3 outfits, but I'm not sure which one of them I'm gonna wear. Let's make a flapper dress from existing dresses, which are a bit too big for me, but I have a few tools which I bought, so we can do it. So this is the first dress. It's definitely very flapper, but it's too big for me, so I'm gonna have to tighten this up. So I'll get you to the table and then you can see how we're gonna do that. I'm not a skilled person that can stitch, but I'm gonna try with my minimal skill to just like cut out a design and then we can take it to somebody to stitch. So this is the second dress, though I feel like a disco ball. That's what it's looking like. But I think because it doesn't have a fringe situation going on and the other dress is too big for me and too long for me, I could take the fringe from that dress and add it onto this dress. And for this, I think to make it 1920s, I'm gonna have to do away with the sleeves. So I think that's what we're gonna do. But I'm gonna try to do it as neatly as possible because I feel like this could also really work for like a, if I ever have to go for like an Austin Powers theme party and somebody's like, oh, do you want to be Beyonce? Yes. So to do this decor, we're gonna need a pair of scissors, this thingy, but I think it's just for like separating fabric. I just bought one, never used it before, but if I can do it, we're gonna try. If I can do it, so can you. A piece of chalk, one of these rulers. I've seen people use it online, so I think we can try. Okay, I just realized that what we're doing today is, because it's a thrift flip, but we're turning into flapper, so we're doing a flapper flip. One of the things I'm gonna need, because I don't know my size properly, I'm gonna just get a dress that fits me properly. Like this area here fits me like a glove. Okay, so I can get this dress. I've turned it inside out, and then I can just lay it right there. Okay, so there's 2 things I wanna do with this dress. First, I wanna get rid of the length, like 1 layer of length, and then I also want to reduce the size. I wish I had pins, but I don't have pins, but if you have pins, I think it's best to do this with pins. Lay that on top. Try to get it in the center as much as possible. If you have a dress that's a bit smoother than mine, it works even best. Sleeves, however, I feel like this is where I'm gonna have lots of trouble, but we'll try our best. If it fails, at least we would have tried. And then here at the armpit, it curves just a little bit outwards. So we can just have that. Okay, and then this armpit section, I feel like I would also need to reduce the neckline, but maybe let's just trace around the dress first. So for the hip section, I could use this curvy side. Okay, and then I'll just repeat the same thing on the other side. You can just draw upwards and have this curve here. This part of the ruler could work for the armpit, actually. Yeah, this part of the ruler works perfectly. So this is the pattern that I have, but I've seen that the size that I've put it goes past the sleeves. So because I don't want to mess up too much with the pattern of the dress, because I'm not a seamstress, I think we'll just have like a very high neckline, which is not very 1920s. I think I found the string. It's not the shiny string. Okay, yeah, I found the string that's not the shiny string.
Five hours later.
I have gotten the fringe out. After a night of taking apart beautiful clothing, I headed over to River Road to look for craft stores where I could find pieces and accessories that could add to the look. This particular store was called Pioneer Sewing, and they had all of these lovely crafts like beads and feathers and fringes as well, which you could add to a dress. Fringe that I chose for the golden dress was 300 shillings per meter, and then I quickly rushed over to the wedding section on River Road to look for a seamstress, and they charged me just 150 shillings to resize the black dress. I have to admit, she was pretty impressed by my skills. We have 1 hour and 30 minutes to get this look together. Maybe like 1 hour and 40 because the place is not so far away. But I just got back from the CBD and I got a few pieces here and there, which I'm gonna use to sort of like zhuzh up the outfit. I already went to a tailor, got the dresses reduced. Fortunately, both dresses, and I added a little bit of something onto the golden dress. So now we just want to fix them up. Let's get to the drawing board. And I also bought a fan. I'm going to show you all of these pieces. I've got these beautiful gloves, but they're a bit too small for me. These curls, I was so lucky to find these and they're super long. I've got some glue sticks because I'm going to need some glue sticks. Some of this material, which I already had stitched onto the golden dress. But this whole roll of frills was... how much was this? 250 shillings, and it's like, I think it's quite long. I also got this fan, which I forgot to show you. This was 100 and for the headpiece, I got this as a headpiece. I couldn't find anything that was more fancy than this that made sense. So this is gonna be my headpiece. Very simple. I think because if I do choose the golden dress, because it's very like in your face, I think this would be okay, and then maybe I could add something to the side if I'm feeling like it. Starting with number one, remember we took off the sleeve, so I got that stitched on in this part so it's not rough and it doesn't hurt my pits. And then at the bottom I had this added to the bottom. It's not the same color, but I guess it's okay. I could have this dress, which I got reduced. Now it fits me, but I feel like this dress, the problem with this dress, I feel like it's just there, it's not really giving. I'm just putting some masking tape. I already had some eyeliner on today, but we can just build on top of it. So because I want to do it really easy, I'm just going to use my Fives Art palette, and I'm going to use dark brown color, but you can just use any dark brown. And I'll take my super wide brush and just dab into it ever so slightly. Because remember, Flapper is I think Flapper is like a seductive character, and she knows what she wants. So we're gonna play into that. It's a bit of a smoky eye, and then sort of into my crease. I mean, it doesn't look very oof on camera, but I have put quite a bit, because remember this is for in person, so I'm not gonna put too much. I think on camera and in person always looks so different. I'm looking down because my eyelids are quite tiny, so I feel like it's easier if I look down. In the 1920s they had very thin brows, but I'm not cutting my brows just for one night, so we will keep these brows as they are. I've tried to put like the whole curtain mystery in the back. I just put some super glittery, it's not gold but almost gold, but you can use any color, any shiny shimmer. You can use any shiny shimmer that you please. And then I'll go spread it slowly. I'm just going in with like a brown color just in the middle. Just in the middle. And then I'll just sort of spread it out in the middle, and then just fluff it up with a fluffy brush. Okay, so I think to give my brows a little bit more definition, I can go in with some very light concealer. I know you're supposed to put the concealer first, but nah, it's fine, because we're just putting it up here, just a simple line. And then I'll just smudge it down. Smudge it down. I'm gonna go in with very little concealer just here and here. And then I don't think we need so much on the nose, but we could just a bit. And here. Something that they used quite a lot of in the 20s was blush, so I'm gonna go in with the Rare Beauty, but before that I will take this off. Hopefully it didn't seep through. Let's see. Now for some rosy cheeks. They had very red cheeks, I believe. So let me just blend. I like it so far. I'm now to go in with another layer of liquid liner. So to do the lip, just so I get like a good line, I'm just gonna go in with some Fenty, just like around my mouth, like a very small amount. It's literally the tiniest piece. Okay, so if you're doing this with braids, you'll have it a little bit, I don't know if it'll be a little bit easier than if you're doing it with straight hair, because I don't know how to do straight hair, but I have maybe about 10 braids in my hand, and I've done a swoop on this side. So I'll put my finger here, create a swoop, and then take a pin, put this through here to create the first swoop. And then with the rest of this hair, I'll come in, I can take a little bit more and then do a curve like that. Put my finger here and then do a curve upwards like that, and then I'll pin this here. You could decide to just have this as is. I think it still looks really nice. Oh, and this side I've also pinned this right here, just taking braids, pin this right here. You could decide to leave this just as is, just to have your swoops, but I think we could then take what's remaining and just twist it on the side ever so gently, and then just twist this around but very softly, and then take a pin or a tiny hair clip and clip that in. Okay, that's clipped in. If you feel like your braids are too heavy, you can go in with another pin just to hold this up. Okay, now for the accessories, so let's get dressed. Got one of these headbands, which I think would work perfectly.